Hey guys, this is Danny, and we just hit 1K subscribers on YouTube. It's kind of crazy. I really do appreciate it a lot. And today, what I've decided to do as my last minute version of a 1K special, because it happened at 4 a.m. last night, so I wasn't very prepared for this. This isn't planned at all. This is a spur of the moment idea. I thought it would be cool though. Is today I'm going to be going over the history of Danny on on YouTube, the history of how I got started, the history of how everything happened. And yeah, I hope this is going to be pretty fun, and I hope you guys enjoy this. So, the first ever video that I was in on October 29th, 2018, I believe, maybe October 30th or 28th, or somewhere around that time, was the Stampy's teleporter, but it actually works. It wasn't supposed to be in this video, but I was in the background, and while Redstone went in the teleporter, you heard me in the background in the party, and that's where the meme "Did you press the right button?" though came from, because he went into teleport, he pressed the button, and he had the thing where it looked like he teleported, and I was like, "Did you press the right button though?" Because you know, you get the point. But yeah, that was the first video I was ever officially in. The first video that I was in personally was actually the Funland Updates 1. I came into the world the first day I ended up meeting Redstone, and I was like, this isn't right, this isn't right, this isn't right, and I just showed evidence of all this, and he's like, what? So I went around the world updating a bunch of stuff. I remember this was one of them. There was something under the piston here. There was loads of stuff. There was something for this game. Lots of mini updates, and went around for a quick video running all the updates. And that was the first time I've ever done something. It wasn't from my perspective or anything, but it was the first time with me being in a video on YouTube. So that was very exciting. So the first official Funland video I was in, it wasn't as an actual helper, but I came in with Blue Future one day, and we were when Redstone was doing the Raindrops game, Blue Future and I were doing the opposite side of the clouds. So it heated on this side, we would mirror on this side. And I don't know if you guys remember, but if you watched that video, at one point in the video, you guys saw a boat going down invisible with no one in there. I thought that was really funny at the time. And yeah, that was the first official video I was in. But if you transition down to this game, Honey Hunt, this is the first video I joined as an official helper with my voice. And this is where it all started. It started with Honey Hunt, first ever video I helped with. Then we went over to the banana, and then it blew up from there. And then I was in everyone ever since, and I couldn't imagine not being in everyone ever since that moment. So those were the first times with Funland, and that was awesome. And it really spurred me in general. Whilst doing those Funland tutorials, I was getting close to finishing my actual world. I was working on a lot of this stuff at the time, blowing up grass and forest over here. I remember all this stuff I couldn't fit because it was all forest just like that. I remember blowing all this stuff up one day, and yeah, I was still working on my Funland. Later on, I don't remember the exact date, but while working on those Funland tutorials, I was able to finish my own personal world, and that was a huge milestone for me, having every single game. I know I don't have all the terrain and stuff, but that's all stuff that was subject to change, but like all back here. But I do have every single game, all the details, the back of the Funland terrain I was able to get, and all this stuff. But yeah, it's super cool to have been able to complete my world, even spent the time to hit the target's island, something that most people haven't done, and now I've been able to do tutorials for that. But which we'll come back to later in our little timeline here. But yeah, this is where things started to change again. So we wanted to try and convert from doing only Stampy Funland tutorials and come up with some new ideas. And then a few new things came along that we started into, and I'll be showing those right now. One of the first series that we started to do after Stampy's Funland that actually wasn't related to Stampy at all was a series called Minecraft Unanswered Questions. I actually really loved this series. It was one of my personal favorites. It didn't do as well as I thought it would, and the first episode actually ended up doing well later on, which is this one. First episode was about the best fuel source in Minecraft. What is it? Is it coal blocks, lava buckets, wood. It was just interesting to go through. I don't know if the video's still out there, but I really enjoyed that one. There were a few other episodes that we did. One of them was which mob gives you the most meat when you kill it. So that was another episode we did. Another one we did, which was the most common enchantment, right in here. There were so many interesting things we were able to learn. Ended up doing 5 episodes of it, and I don't know, maybe I'll bring it back one day. When I tried to, the demand wasn't that high, but I did really enjoy this series, and it always will have a place in my heart for being one of the first things that happened that wasn't Funland or Stampy related, which is really, really cool. I think this series here will stand out to most of you guys. It is still probably my favorite one that we've done to this day. It was such a fun thing to record. It was hard to edit, but the result of it was so awesome, and it just, I just loved watching it. I loved the memories from it. It was Stampy Seed Survival. Sadly, I don't have the world to it anymore, but it was still an awesome series. So many good memories in there. Got to meet a whole bunch of people through that series by winning competitions and all that stuff. And it was just nuts. This series is what shot at me? Oh, I have a bow. That was funny. Who doesn't love a good old meme in a serious video here? But yeah, that series meant so much to me, and it kind of shaped other survival series, like an attempt at Red Tech Survival, which was our own custom series, Outlasting the Nether, which is our current series that we will jump into later on in the video. But yeah, Stampy Seed Survival really shaped so much. Shaped a whole bunch of how I edit things, and it's just crazy, Stampy Seed Survival it was starting to become one of the popular series besides the Funland. I think it was the first popular series that wasn't the Funland series on the channel. People started to like, and it used to be fun to watch, and yeah, it was just awesome, and I can't thank everyone enough for, being supportive of that series, because it meant a lot to me. So yeah, that is all for this, and we have one more really significant series that I have to jump into that really shaped the course of everything that regarded the channel. As many of you know, or all of you know, about what world I'm in here, this idea for at the time called the Improved Stampy World, was formed randomly, and I remember the first thing we did in the entire world was literally make this bridge. And now it seems to be so symbolic where so many people have done this. People who've done their own worlds have made a bridge with the waterfall going down, which is really crazy to be able to inspire people like that. And it really does blow my mind. But this series started with just making the house. It was having fun doing that. This is where live streaming started to kick up a lot. We started to live stream probably maybe 3 days, every 2 or 3 days. Only used to average like 6 to 12, maybe 6 to 10 viewers at the time. Wasn't anything crazy. When we had under 10, it was basically what we had most of the time, and I still really did enjoy doing it. It usually wasn't from my perspective, but then later on, which we'll get to shortly, later on when we get to, you'll see. I don't want to spoil anything, but in this series is what I'm known for because of Stampy seeing it. Stampy saw the series one day randomly on my live stream, and it blew up. It really did. Now, it's really crazy how far this has come, and that's where everything formed. Me being a moderator for Stampy, the video that he toured it, I can't really describe. It's just everything that happened all came from this world, and I can't even. It literally is just absolutely nuts. I never thought it would have been this way, but this world is definitely my favorite thing I've ever done, and by 100 miles, there'll be nothing in my mind that can top this, or probably ever will top this world. Anything I'll do, because of just how significant it is. And yeah, this is where we were when we hit where we got monetized for the first time. And I remember it was right over here when it happened. Hit 1K subscribers the first time in this world. Every significant thing happened here, and it really is crazy that it happened like that. But now we are going to be stepping into a new chapter, which is the chapter of the Discord server, which happened in about August of 2019, which you guys will see. When we first started the Discord, one of the first things we did in there with our very few people, probably like 30 members of our Discord server, was make the Discord realm. How this worked is anyone that was in the Discord server was able to join this. And this realm is the first realm that started a long history of doing realms. And I really do like it a lot. It's nothing too crazy, it's a lot smaller than some of the other ones that we've done. But I do love it because it started everything, so many awesome things formed here. There are still people around that built this, and they know who they are, the OGs. But yeah, the minigame district formed, the shopping district with the coin method. So many crazy things formed from this. And yeah, I really do love this realm, and I have enjoyed making them. I'd love to do one again someday with members or something like that, so it's a bit more controllable from griefing. Even though there was griefing, I do still remember being detective and trying to catch the griefers, and it's still a cool memory, trying to figure out who was the one causing all the trouble here. And yeah, this really helped grow our Discord server. People wanted to get in this world because and it helped promote our Discord server. People wanted to join, and then we ended up transitioning into the Realm 2.0, which many of you here will know, not all of you, but many of you here will know as the first realm that you guys ended up joining. Many of you guys will know as the first realm that you guys ended up joining, or you guys have seen in the past or in the future for anyone that is just joining in now. From that realm, it formed into Realm 2.0, and I really did love this realm. This is probably I do like the other I love that. I do like the other realm for the nostalgic purposes, but I like this realm here because it was people liked it. It was lasting. It was something that people could come on and enjoy. I would come in and there'd be new stuff all the time to look at. There were new members met. This is where so many of you guys found the channel. So many of you guys came in and started to know who I am, know about me. Unfortunately, this isn't the most updated version of it, but it's still a pretty updated version nonetheless. This is actually just after we started, after Stampy toured the video, did the tour video, because I remember he was actually, or maybe it was not before the tour video, but it was after he saw the live stream, because I remember he was actually at the stream where we were setting up this spawn here. He came in for a minute, so that was really cool. But yeah, this realm is very meaningful. This is what I kind of want to do something like again in the future. It's like such a community feel, and like look at this. There's a huge housing district. There's a statue area. Such a big community of people, and it's crazy that this happened. It feels like so long ago that this happened, even though it wasn't. But oh my gosh, it's driving me nuts. There we go. But yeah, I did like this a lot, and I would love to do something like this again with do a member realm or something, so then we can control a bit of the griefing, because it's crazy. But yeah, this is the realm. This ended up converting again into DannyCraft, season 3 of the realm, which you guys will know as the survival realm, or as DannyCraft. Many of you guys will know that one. Unfortunately, I just wasn't really in the mood to do survival when that started. I was just kind of pushing myself along. But then when the Nether update came out, it was formed into Outlasting the Nether, which is the newest series on the channel, which is a survive only in the Nether series. And if you guys don't know about that, I would totally check it out. It's kind of the Stampy Seed Survival 2.0. It's funny, and a lot of cool memories and stuff happening there. And it's definitely not as symbolic yet as Stampede Seed Survival. It's maybe, you never know, it could happen one day. But yeah, this is where the survival aspect of my channel happened. Another phase, really, really short phase, was the statue phase. Made a few statue tutorials like my skin. Made an evoker statue. A phantom statue, actually. So another slight, really tiny phase of my history. But then right now we are going to jump into the first time that I ended up recording myself from my own perspective, and this is where everything blew up and where I really started to get known for who I am, because there was recording with just me there. So the first video I ever recorded in my life from my perspective was the Hit the Targets Island tutorial series, and this is where it all started. This is where it all began. This is something I didn't expect to do ever. I was just like, nope, this is never going to be done. Ended up doing it one day, and then that's where my whole Stampede Town tutorials began. Went on to do so many more things. I think boat was one of the first ones. We did the ice cream very early on. Another one was this. The airport was recent. Well, that was more recent, but we had the farm factory. Loads of stuff. So many little tutorials throughout here that you guys have seen me do. A skyscraper, the what's this called? The park. The park was pretty early on. We have the courthouse, the good news. Good news? Good news? Is this good news? I think it's good news. The good news building. I don't want to say the sounds good, the good news music shop, or the sounds good news thing. I think it's good news. But this is where most of the series that formed today came from when I first started. After a little while, one of the first things I became known for was the Hive over here. So this server is the only server I really play on. Started to do things in this as well, and it has kind of grown ever since, doing Hive challenges with Drew, doing a whole bunch of quest streams, being able to give away stuff and all that stuff. But yeah, the server has been really fun. It's still growing. Still love being able to do stuff on here. And this is kind of the next chapter of what happened for me in YouTube. So converting from Stampy stuff to survival to realm to the lovelier world, and now this. So yeah, this has been crazy, and it really is crazy going through this and seeing everything. Shout out to whoever's here. I don't know who everyone is exactly, because there's no usernames, but shout out to everyone here. And yeah. So now we jump to the most viewed video on my channel, which is the updated Easy Start. This is one of the first maps that on my own I've put up for download, besides the lovelier world, obviously. And this is the most viewed video on my channel. And if you guys don't know about this map is available for download. It is the most updated version of the Easy Start that I could possibly get you guys. Obviously, Stampy's done stuff off camera that we can't see yet, because he hasn't even released the first episode. But this is it. This is updated Easy Start. Plan to continue to update this as it goes on, and maybe do an updated Easy Start 2.0, transition into stuff like that. But this is the most popular thing on my channel as of now. And this kind of ends off our history video, but this kind of leads into the current, where we're doing things as the lovelier Funland, and the Stampy building comps, and the other town tutorials. Like I said, all these things we're still doing to this day, on top of all the other things we've done. And it's really crazy. I thank you all for all being a part of this journey, and it really means a lot. Thanks everyone again for sticking around and joining in. I hope you guys I can bring you some enjoyment each day with whatever silliness I do. But yeah, here's the Phil and Stampy's Funland right over here. Very mini version, but you get the point. And thanks everyone for watching this history video, and also thanks for 1K. Like I said in the beginning, I'm saying so much because I really don't know what to say. It's kind of crazy that things have happened the way they have. But yeah, that's all for today, and I will see you guys in the world glitch right over here. Wow, very nice. Wow. Goodbye, everyone.